So I stumbled across this RC plane simulator, and there's a free version and a paid version. And this is actually by far the most realistic RC plane simulator ever used, because the person that made the simulator studied airflow. So he made the flight extremely realistic, and the planes are easy to butter, of course. That's the trainer. If you crash the plane, as I'm about to do here, it'll show you what parts are damaged. So in this case, it was airframe, propeller, and undercarriage. That's not the only thing you can do, though. So you can click free flight, and you can scroll through all these planes. The paid version is only $3, and it'll get you all the planes and all the maps, but this one only has a few, which is fine. It's a free simulator, of course. It has a jet, though, so I'm just going to show you the jet. You can see there's lots of maps to choose from in the paid version. But the free version has everything you need. So I'm just going to pick this one right here. It's loading in. So there's the jet. Just going to take off real quick. And you can see it flies just as you'd expect it to. This one has a button for landing gear, so you can put that up in smoke. So there's panoramic and 3D maps. This one's a 3D. The first one was panoramic. You can see with the 3D ones, you can have the follow mode on, which is good for flying, but not really good for learning how to fly. So let me just land this real quick here. It'll probably be pretty rough because this map's designed for gliders. Didn't actually damage anything. So next I'm going to show you can actually edit. So as you can see, there's options for ground stuff, wind speed, what it shows you on the screen, that kind of stuff. And there's another set of that. You can click advanced so you can see more. I'm going to enable the walkabout button because that lets you move around where your plane is going to be launched from. So you can also change the airplane settings. So you can change the drag, the size, the mass, the engine, ballast stuff, buttons for smoke. It's pretty cool. And you can even change the controller type. And there's also some scenery options. So as you can see, you can change the wind speed. You can add a runway onto there. You can add fog. Alright, objects isn't much, but in lighting you can change the sky and how bright the sun is, the thermal activity, how dark the ground is. But more importantly, you can change it from daytime to evening. And I like changing it to evening a lot. So next up, you got AI controllers. This will let you have other planes that are just flying around the map on their own. It's like an algorithm that flies them, I guess. So you can pick whatever plane you want. You can add multiple controllers. Can have up to 4. And controller is pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to go over that. So now you just have to add a file name. I'm just going to spam there. Alright, and then you just have to go back, and all your settings will be saved. So as you can see, it's now evening. My plane is a lot bigger, with a lot less drag, and a lot less mass, and a lot more speed. So as you can see, it's flying pretty different than now. It's a lot more stable, but it also stalls a lot easier, as you can see. Damage the undercarriage there. Now you got the paid version. It's basically the same, but you also have challenges that you can do with the planes, and this one's my favorite, Race with the Extra 3D. I've gotten actually pretty good at this one. It takes me a lot of attempts to get it right, though. You gotta quickly maneuver between the trees. I think my record's 44 seconds or something like that. So there's 9 markers. You just have to fly through everything with this plane, and then you can hopefully beat your record. There's local records too, which not a lot of people playing this game, so there won't be much. But it'll be pretty easy to beat your local record. Oh, I crashed there. Alright, I'm just gonna fast forward this. So as you can see, this game's really fun. You can use it as a simulator or a game. There's challenges. You can edit all of the settings. You can add objects to the scenery, and it's worth it. I would totally recommend getting the paid version because there's way more you can do with it, way more planes, way more maps, and all the challenges. But the free version is still absolutely amazing.